When life gives you shit, you make Kool-Aid. I don't think that's exactly how that works. Hey, what's up, you guys? Film fan 0599 here again, and today we're going to review The Hitman's Bodyguard. So, The Hitman's Bodyguard stars Ryan Reynolds, Samuel L. Jackson, Gary Oldman, and Salma Hayek, and what this film is basically about. It's about Ryan Reynolds. He's a bodyguard, and he gets hired to escort this hitman played by Samuel L. Jackson because he needs to get to this trial. And yeah, these two don't really get along with each other, and some shenanigans ensue. So, what did I think of The Hitman's Bodyguard? Now, with The Hitman's Bodyguard, I was pretty excited for the movie. I thought this could have been just a fun, enjoyable ride with, Ryan Reynolds and Samuel L. Jackson. Like, I thought this just could have been a fun, enjoyable ride, and that's exactly what it is. It's just a fun, enjoyable action comedy, and I had a blast watching it. And what the main strength really of this movie to me is its two leads and their chemistry with each other. That's really the biggest strength with this film, and I just had a blast watching it. It's a very enjoyable movie. So let's get into my positives with the film. And my positives are, first being the acting. The acting with the movie is really solid. I thought everyone did a pretty solid job in the movie. Ryan Reynolds was really enjoyable. I did enjoy him in the movie. He was great. He definitely had some funny moments to him. He's kind of like, he does things, as he would say, the boring way. He really is the one that just kind of just takes them down, doesn't really kill them all that often. He does it the boring way, as he says in the movie. And Samuel L. Jackson, on the other hand, is the complete opposite of that. And he is, of course, a hitman, and he just kills a bunch of people. And Samuel L. Jackson was great. I loved him in the movie. He of course says his famous mother you-know-what. Like, he's just Samuel L. Jackson. Like, he's just enjoyable, and it was just great. I so enjoyed him in this movie. He definitely seemed like he was having a ton of fun with this role, and he was very enjoyable. Him and Ryan Reynolds were great in this. Salma Hayek was great too. Whenever she appeared, she was really fantastic. She was really funny to me. So yeah, and also Alita Young from Daredevil and the Defenders and stuff. She was in this too, and I thought she was really good. I enjoyed her in this movie as well. So yeah, the acting is pretty solid for the most part, really. I did think a lot of the actors did a pretty solid job in the film. The action's pretty good. I did enjoy a majority of the action scenes in this movie. They are very fun and very brutal as well. So yeah, the action scenes were really good. The comedy is really great. I love the comedy with this movie. It definitely had me laughing a lot during the film. Like, the comedy is really, really good. I really like the comedy a lot, especially when it came to Ryan Reynolds and Samuel L. Jackson. Like I said before, the main strength of this movie is the chemistry with its two leads, with Ryan Reynolds and Samuel L. Jackson. Like, these two have fantastic chemistry with each other. They really do. I thought they had really great chemistry. Like, just Samuel L. Jackson just making fun of Ryan Reynolds almost the entire movie was just fantastic. I can just watch that just all day. Like, just him just making fun of Ryan Reynolds was fantastic. That was so great. It made some great comedic moments in this film. I thought they just had some great chemistry with each other. Like, they really did. They, like, just in the polar opposites with the two of them really made their chemistry work even more, because like I said before, Ryan Reynolds is kind of, he does things the boring way. He just kind of takes them down, doesn't really kill them that often. And Samuel L. Jackson is just a complete hitman. He just kills everyone, and it just makes from some great comedic comedic effect and everything, and it just really works for the chemistry as well. So yeah, definitely they had some really great chemistry with each other. The writing's really solid too. I thought the dialogue was pretty good with the characters. I do like the writing with this film. The directing is really solid too. It's directed by Paul Hughes, I believe. That's the name of the director. He directed The Expendables 3, which I didn't really like all that much, really, but he does do a better job here. And I thought his directing with the movie was really, really good. You know, it's very well shot. Editing, for the most part, is pretty solid. For the most part, I did think the editing was pretty solid. And cinematography is pretty good, too. So, yeah, the directing really isn't all that bad with the movie. I thought Paul Hughes did a pretty good job directing this film. And the pacing's pretty solid for the most part, too. They definitely moved at a nice, solid pace for the most part. So, yeah. Now, I do have a few negatives, however, with the Hitman's Bodyguard. And my negatives are, first being Gary Oldman. I love Gary Oldman. He's a great actor, but however he was just kind of just alright. He was fine. You know, he was kind of just a throwaway villain to me. He was, you know, he was just fine. He was okay. You know, definitely not bad or anything, but like him and like his goons, I just felt like were just kind of throwaway villains and just for something to just keep the plot going along. That's really all I felt like they were there for. And yeah, just not terrible, but they were just kind of weak as villains. Some of the editing can be really, really choppy. Sometimes there is sometimes where the editing can be a little bit sloppy. Like there are some points where I was like, that wasn't really that good when it came to the editing with some of the action scenes. Like there are some parts in this movie where the editing could have been a little bit better. The visual effects, like sometimes, not all the time that you have to use visual effects, but there are certain points in this movie where you do have to use visual effects, and they don't look good. They really don't. Like, they really do, like, look like just straight to DVD special effects. That's what they really look like, honestly. So, yeah, visual effects aren't really that good. And the pacing can be a little bit slow at times. Mostly it's in the beginning. I felt like the movie was kind of struggling to find its footing at first. But once we get to a certain element of the movie, that's when I felt like it, like, kind of picked up. It was mostly, I think, when we were first introduced to Samuel L. Jackson's character. That's when really the movie picked up for me, and, you know, it kept going from there. And there's some slow moments here and there, but that's about it. Besides that, I had a fun time with The Hitman's Bodyguard. It's a fun, enjoyable movie. I quite enjoyed it. It's a fun, enjoyable action comedy that is just a blast to watch with some great, fantastic chemistry from its two lead characters. So, it's time for my official grade on The Hitman's Bodyguard, and my official grade on The Hitman's Bodyguard is a nice, solid B. It's an enjoyable, fun, just action comedy that I had some fun with. It's an enjoyable movie. Just one of those movies you could sit back, watch, relax, and just have a good old fun time with. I enjoyed The Hitman's Bodyguard. Definitely deserves a nice, solid B. So, if you have seen The Hitman's Bodyguard, what did you think of it? Leave it in the comment section below. And I'm FilmFan0599, and we will see you about later. Peace.